Hello everybody, Trekkie here with another episode of Trekkie Plays Minecraft. Today, we're going to do an impromptu episode. We're going to do an episode in which nothing is planned. We're going to talk, we're going to build a few random things, or mostly mod stuff, and we're just going to talk about the future, like we did last episode in the caving episode. So without further ado, I'm going to begin. What I want to do today, is move my pure node closer to this corrupt node, which it says down in the bottom left is dangerous. And since the pure node is larger, it will overwrite the corrupt node, and, well, it should eventually purify itself, hopefully leading to less and less wisps in the area. And to do that, we're going to need one of these crystal cores, which is a nether star and some mixed crystal clusters. And then you put it together with obsidian totems and click it with a wand of sufficient vis, which will have to be one of the Thaumcraft, which is also crafted with a nether star. So to do this, you'd need two nether stars. I've already got a wand of Thaumcraft. I already have a nether star hiding in my little showing case here. So we just need some mixed crystal clusters. And to get these mixed, you basically need, if it'll ever show, one of every type. So we're gonna need 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got tons of shards now. We got pretty good loot last time in the caving episode. This will probably be one of the last episodes of this entire series. We'll be picking up again. It's not like I'm just dropping the series forever. Now that I've learned more about doing Let's Plays, about what works and what doesn't, I got better. I think it's time to start off anew. I learned the limitations. I can't cram everything in the area, otherwise it'll lag horribly, so I have to learn the limitations of my PC. So it pays. I know these got to be specific. This is like one of those pain in the ass things. It might be easier if I just did this. That doesn't help. They still got a cycle. Yellow, green, blue, red. Okay. Yeah, they gotta be in their specific order. I got that. I just need magic and permutatio, which is seeds, which I don't actually think I have a lot of. Actually, I do have a lot of seeds. Actually, no, I could. Now that the magic crops guy has added magic to the seeds, because it's magical crops, see? Magic and permutatio, all in one. How convenient for our current situation. Didn't even think about that. We actually have a use for them. So let's do this. Let's do it. They need 8. And since I need to do this 4 times, I need to split up into 4 bits of 8. I like to be nice and prepared off the get-go. Just toss it in here. My golems are eagerly waiting something to do. Bam. Mixed crystal cluster. Go ahead, you guys. You do your thing. So I wanted to talk about the next, the series. Y'all should definitely watch my caving episode. If you haven't already. Definitely important stuff regarding the future. Like I said, this series is coming to an end. I realize now I can never really accomplish what I had envisioned. Now that I know things a little bit better, and when it gets daytime, we'll talk about that more. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But we need this. Oh, now I don't have crystal and glass. Do I have any? I do have glass. Okay, that's good. I don't know how much of this I actually have, so I need 8. And this needs to be 4. Naturally, I always overdo it. When I try to separate stuff, I always put one more than what I mean. It's just how I work. Okay, boop. Another mixed crystal cluster. Wait for the stuff to boil. I mean, there's so many different things I want to do in the next episode, next series. I want to spread things out more, so I don't lag as much. So it'll be a lot easier to build and record. I want to have lots more mods, so I have plenty of stuff to do. Uh, I mean, it's not like I don't have cool mods now. They're really cool, but the problem is that most of them don't really give me stuff to do while on camera. Like a lot of it's mining and stuff. And mining's cool and everything. That's part of caving episodes. But okay, now we got to put them together with a nether star to create our. Open up. Give me my nether star. Thank you. Gotta love it. So, and I also want to do it. Maybe do it a little bit more freeform. So I need void, which I know is as chest. Do I have any chests stored up for a rainy day? No, of course not. I do have that, so that is going to be a necessity. I'll have to make a couple chests. I think it's only 2 chests, so we'll do 16. I mean, I wish I had more a follower base so I could make it more interactive. Have people suggest stuff more. We could decide what we want to build, what we want to do, but I have not quite grown to that point. See, I always do one too many. I can never do the right amount. I believe there's 4. Yeah, 4 each. Oop. I need 8, so this is gonna need to be 4. Oh, see, I did it over it again. Alright. Let's do this. Bam. Need magic. I can facilitate that need. I mean, I'm not really sure what I wanted to do this. Like I said, I kind of was hoping I had more watches by this point where we could, like, my watches could suggest stuff and it'd be more interactive. But it's a slow progress. And this is gonna have to be Ender Pearl. I need 8. Well, 8 of that aspect. Where's my Ender Pearls? So I need 2 of these. Oh, this also had magic, so I didn't even have to use the seeds. Oh well. I always forget. A little extra being dumped into the environment. What else is new? By this point, we've destroyed the environment, so I really don't have to care. Crystal Core. They're doing their thing. We need our obsidian totems. Probably gonna need some dirt. Wish it was daytime already. Night lasts forever. Daytime lasts for 5 seconds. Y'all that in a bag of potato chips. I wish. It's just laggy today. I'm having troubles today. I tried to go into the Feed the Beast single player or SMP server where I do my Feed the Beast series, and I was just getting disconnected left and right. End of stream. This and that. I don't know. I was having so much trouble. It's just one of those days, I guess. Fuck it. I'm bringing my bed back over there. Because I doubt anything's ever going to get built over here ever again. So, well, what I'm thinking about is, like I said, we're definitely going to have to separate our stuff. And what I was thinking of, if I did a world that I drew with one of those terrain drawing programs, so I could create some really cool stuff, maybe we could have separate, like, kingdoms. And kingdoms are going to just be like big, like each kingdom's going to be a castle, maybe a different themed castle, and you'd have to travel to them via Railcraft or something like that. That'd be cool. It'd be a reason to use Railcraft, have rail stations, and in between have like a few small villages, like of a building or 2. Just spread things out, and each kingdom would be like for a different kind of mod. Like there'd be like a magic kingdom, industrial craft kingdom. One for forestry and buildcraft, because buildcraft there really isn't much of it alone to make an entire kingdom out of. So, there'd be different kingdoms for different things, and I'd have to travel back and forth, And I think that'd be a cool idea, especially if I made it like really cool terrain with mountains and such. Okay, we got what we need. Oh, I need my wand of overpoweredness. Hopefully it works. All right. I get so tired of wisps growing my grass. Today I definitely want to move that node into rain. It takes time. Definitely takes some time. So I've already marked out a spot I wanted to do this. So this is why I brought the dirt. Yes, yes, hopefully that's where I want the star to be above, so. Need to do this. I move so fast with these haste boots that sometimes it's hard to stand actually on top of where I want to do the thing. Like if I'm on a single block, I just go racing off the edge of it. So I was thinking the kingdoms idea sounds like a pretty cool idea. Like I said, each kingdom would be have its own theme, have its own look, have its own set of mods. This way we have a reason to travel. And if I created my own world, of course, if we just use random standard Minecraft generation, we could pick different biomes for different kingdoms. Maybe like a plains biome could be one, a nice autumn biome could be like magic, or stuff like that. We could throw around ideas. Let me know what you think of that. Am I equal here? Yeah. Okay. What we need to do is put our nether star one above the rest. And this should work. If I just click this, it should pull the nearest one, which should be that one in theory. In theory, it didn't do nothing. I know you're in range. Oh, there. Wait, does it take a second? Oh, it's opening up. Is it? It didn't do nothing. I counted out. That's less than 24 blocks. It should be 24 blocks range. Let's have a look at this son of a bitch. Blah, 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 blah. 24 blocks. Yes, I know. I did it. It's definitely within 24 blocks. Alright, hold on. I'm going to have... Because if I break this thing, I'm going to have to actually rebuild it. So I'll cut back when I'm ready to replace it. And then we'll be back. Alright, we're back for phase 2 of this. Let's put this sucker back on there. Oops, I forgot. I should have placed this first, then came back. Whatever. We'll do it on camera. Just in case you didn't figure it out the first time. Boop. So it's basically two of the obsidian totems and like every other block, like space, block, space, block. And then in the center, one above them all, is this star, the thing. What the hell is that damn thing called again? I've made it twice today and I still don't know. It is the crystal core. Smack it with our wand. Give it a second because it takes a second to catch. And now this should be within range. I moved it 2 blocks over, so if it was just out of range before, it shouldn't be now. There we go. And what it's going to do is it's going to slowly move that thing over here. And we're not going to sit here and watch the whole thing. Look at this thing. It'll drain it pretty quickly too, but it is moving. Like I said, very slowly. It's not a quick process at all. And then to break it, I'm going to have to break that thing again, recreate it for a third time, and move it closer to there. So whichever one is close between them will move closer, and hopefully they'll combine, and we'll, finally be able to ditch all the dangerous aura. So that's cool. I'm happy about that. Even though I'm doing this at the end of my world, and I went into my creative world again to test this, I wanted to make sure that the thing was even working at all. Test world, I'll tell you, that thing is a lifesaver at times, especially when you're messing with stuff that's expensive like this, and you don't want to have to keep remaking stuff. Just go into your test world. Let's go ahead and put this back off cheat mode into recipe mode. Because in your test world, see, when I'm in my test world, I like to do this. I go in and I go over to this item, because these options aren't available unless you're in cheat mode. This way I have extra space to put all my stuff when I'm testing stuff out. But unfortunately, I always forget to turn off cheat mode again. So, go figure, right? Oops, went too far. What is utility mode anyway? What's magnet mode? I noticed you could turn it to delete stuff directly. I don't want to do that because I'd probably end up deleting my good stuff. So let's just go in recipe. So while this thing is doing its thing, it'll take a while. Let's go look at our city and kind of explain why things are not working as I had planned. So first off, we wanted to make a city. As you can see by the map, I've cleared a gigantic area. That's like the most disappointing part of this, is it's still not going to be enough. I've cleared a massive area. It took me forever to do this. I worked really hard to clear all this. And it'd probably been more interesting if I hadn't. That's another thing I've learned. Maybe I could start working with the terrain instead of flattening it out to work with me. And like I said, we created this spawn tower. I love this spawn tower. This thing came out so great. I would not change a thing about this. And I'm falling down. So we have these big old area. And, you think that would be big enough for a city, right? Well, look at the size of the building. And it's not that I regret the size of the building. It's functional. Most people when they build cities, they build small stuff like that. Certificates can live in, like this, like their standard villages. So you could fit a ton of these buildings in a city, and it would look like it had lots of buildings. It would look like a city. But these buildings are not very functional. They're tiny. You can't really put anything of value in them except for maybe storage. I couldn't put a spawner tower in one of these little things, have the drop and everything. And plus, they look nice. You could run around in them. Like if we go over to our potion building, it looks nice at night too. I know it's kind of laggy over here. This is another reason why we have to do this, separate the mods things. I mean, you could walk in here. It looks nice. I could go over here and make my potions, and it just overall looks nice. It has an atmosphere to it that you can't really make in a tiny building. We got candles on the table. We got people able to walk around in here. It looks nice. I like that. I mean, I love the building. It's nothing wrong with what I've built. I mean, I'm always going to get better at building stuff, and it's same with the smithy. It's a real palpable building that you could build stuff in, walk around in. It serves a purpose. So, I mean, I like it. I like it as it is. And I like to make my buildings functional. I don't like to have just buildings there for looks. I like my buildings to serve a purpose. Otherwise, I'm never going to visit them. They're just, eye candy. I like to have form and function. So the buildings are pretty big. So if I made building like a whole bunch of buildings like that, there's not going to be a lot of buildings in this city. It's not going to be a city. It's going to be more like a small town. Which is not bad either. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad either. And I love this town center. I fell in love with this thing from the very moment I created it. I love the way it turned out. Some things you build, they just turn out nice. Like the spawner tower, which is probably my favorite thing in the entire place. I love that spawner tower. And the town center. Look, and I'm falling down again. So it turned out nice, but my vision is not really going to come to place because due to the size of the buildings, it's not going to be big. It's not going to be safe. It's going to be a town. And while that may be fine, it's disappointing to me, and it kind of sucks the wind out of the entire project. I wanted a massive city. I envisioned a massive city with big docks. I mean, we could still have decent docks, but the wind is kind of knocked out of my side. Plus the lag over there, the frame rate drop. It's just only going to get worse when I put more and more stuff. So not really going to be a possibility. My bed ain't over here no more. The bed's over there. So we got our farm. Farm would have to be moved over there more to make room for more town stuff. I'd basically be trashing my city, rebuilding. At this point, I know what works, what doesn't. I think going forward in the next series, things will be much better now that I know the limitations of my PC a little bit better. How to do Let's Plays better, how to pace myself better. I like to think of this first series kind of as a learning experience. So, like I said, I'm thinking that the multiple city, like I say, each city is going to be kind of like a fortress, like a keep, like a big castle, and it's going to have its own mod. It's dedicated to its own set of mods or theme or item, and that way they'll be spread out. The keeps won't be a whole lot of buildings. They'll be small. It'll be a little bit more manageable. There's also other ideas. If you all have ideas for what we could build in our city, like themes, ideas, what can we do in it? Another idea I had also thought of is I am a huge fan of the Aliens series. Um, and I'm talking about the aliens with the xenomorphs, i.e., the old stuff with Ellen Ripley, the aliens, the 80s movies. I adore aliens so much. I've had them on. I have them on VHS. I have them on Blue DVD. I still actually have all the little action figures that were sold way back when. Huge fan. I could actually quote Aliens from start to finish. I've seen it so many times. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And there's actually an Alien vs Predator mod. Now, while I didn't like the Alien vs Predator movies, I never really been a big fan of the Alien vs Predator canon. I do like Predator though, with Arnold. Oh yeah, that's cool stuff too. But I think it meant, what if I made a like Mystcraft age that was like either like mostly void? Then I could build like the Sulaco, which is the marine colonial marine ship in Aliens, um, and maybe have it hovering above, or possibly have like in like a sky lands age and pretend like the skylands are like asteroids, kind of like shape them out, and there'd be like alien hives on them. That would be pretty cool. Of course, the Sulaco would be more of a compressed area like this, but it'd still be big enough where I could have all the mods on it. Could be a lag issue, I don't know. But it's just, I'm throwing down around ideas. And yes, there is a deer from the Twilight Forest using my transformation powders. Let's go check on our thing while we're yapping. Oh, almost there. Almost there. It's going to have to be moved again. That's for sure. I love that thing. That's pretty cool. And he wants to take away this. He wants to take away the aura nodes. He, I mean, I've always liked the aura node idea. I just don't like the wisps that spawn from him. Yeah, it's almost there. It should end up right where that thing is. Yep. Oop. And it's going to go there, and bam, that's where our node's going to be. So now we're going to have to put this in between, somewhere between this and that one, and pull them closer together, and hopefully whatever one gets closer, they'll, when they're close enough to each other, they'll combine. In theory. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and create another crystal core, and we'll get back to it. I'll be right back. I placed it. I think it's going to get that one again. Hard to say, but it's probably going to be that one because this one's actually more even to level than that. So we'll see. Smack it again. See which one it goes after. It's like, oh. Oh, and yep, it's that one, just like I anticipated. These goddamn wisps, I swear to God. Asador, if you want to remove something from Thaumcraft, how about removing these things? They are so damn annoying. And when I'm lagging, frame rate rise, it's almost impossible to hit these damn things. Yeah, so that should be close enough for them to combine. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see how that actually works. If I have to, I'll make another crystal core. I mean, they're kind of expensive, but at this point, I really don't give a damn. Wow, I am severely lagging for whatever reason. It'll be nice to at least get rid of that thing before I end out the series. So what? It's not like I said. It's not like I don't enjoy making the video. I love making the videos. It's fun. But this world is stagnant. There's really, I don't look forward to playing. I don't even look forward to playing it myself. And if I don't look forward to playing it myself, how can I make interesting videos? It becomes forced. So why am I lagging so horribly? What is going on over here that I'm lagging so badly? Does that thing create visual lag as well? See, that's the problem, is when you play with mods, this stuff tends to lag. Um, so like I said, throw me your ideas. I want you all to take part in this. I want you all to be excited for the next series as much as I am. I plan on using a ton of mods. Um, a lot of these mods will be back whenever. I'm not going to start the next series until 1.5. There's no point starting at 1.4.7 and everything updates to 1.5, and I miss out on some stuff like nether quartz gen, because nether quartz columns and stuff are really cool, and I think they'll be really nice building materials. And of course, the daylight night sensors might be cool to play around with. Maybe in the next series, I'll play around with more with redstone. Because I need to learn it. I need to learn redstone. Maybe red power will be there so we can mess with that stuff. Lots of cool mods. I want not just mod. I don't want y'all to just suggest me mods. I want you to suggest me ideas for the world. What we could build. What kind of themes can we think about? What kind of throw me ideas? It's like, what would you like to see built in it? I'd like to have some fan interaction in it. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do Let's Plays the most, because I wanted to not only share my ideas, but I wanted y'all to take part in it as well. When Doc M did his new world tour, he's like, okay, he did the seed contest, so people were making seeds. I thought that was really cool. I was like, man, I want to do that someday. I want to have my fans contribute to this series, contribute their ideas, and I put them in the world, and everybody takes part. I thought that was really neat. It was really neat, guys. That's really, really neat. Really, really cool. Really, really cool, man. It's really cool. Yeah. My penguins also transformed with the transformation powder. A squid drowning in water, and he just died. Go Minecraft logic. And I think they're thinking about adding some more water mobs. That'll be nice. It'd be nice to have something in there that's dangerous. Of course, I already have a phobia of water due to the days like Half-Life, and it's like killer shark thing in the water. And a lot of games like to use water as a fear source. And God, help me. These freaking... So even if I'm flying, they knock me. It's hard to get to them. It's ridiculous. They're just a pain in the ass, and they need to be removed. Or at least not have them spawn so often. Create other things for the thing to spawn aside from wisps. They are the most annoying. Flying mobs in general are the most annoying things in the world. So that's what it's going to be with the next. Well, let's stay on target. I ADD a lot when it comes to stuff like this world, but it's not going to be around for much longer. Like I said, I don't really enjoy playing it anymore. Now that I see how little of my vision's going to be, in the end, it's going to be fail, because it's not going to ever end up like I want. And I'm not going to just keep clearing land and build, because I don't want to create a series that's just 100 episodes of me just building and building and building, because that's boring. You got to mix it up. So with having lots of mods, we can mix it up as we go. The mods I have right now are kind of just like add to the experience. They're really nothing you focus on. Thaumcraft, they're really more like tools for me to use. If you think about it, Ars Magica is just spells and maybe some building materials that like furnace and stuff that I could. That's not really something you would use in a video. Spells, yeah, when I'm fighting stuff, but I don't fight stuff that often. For now, my mob spawning in my world is broken. So that's another reason I just can't really continue with this world. I don't know why it's broken. It's probably from all the different mods I've tried. That's another thing I'm going to do this year. I want to start off strong and not have to add and mess with the different mods so much. We'll pick what we want from the get-go and we'll deal with it. Unless something really badass comes out. Hopefully it doesn't mess with mob spawning. But like I said, Ars Magic, I don't use, like, casting fly. Yeah, I mean, you see me fly around in my world, but it's not really something that's you could make as a point of videos. Like, I'm not sitting here for 10 minutes like, let's use fly. Wee! Yay! Fly. It's not really something you show in a video. It's like just something that kind of happens. Thaumcraft is mostly tools. That's really mostly what Thaumcraft is. And again, I don't do mining on episodes except for in caving episodes. Don't really go around cutting trees. I love the tools, don't get me wrong, but they're not really video, content. You don't really use them in a video. A lot of these mods are kind of just addition, they add to the experience, like the ender chest. Not something you really use too much in a video. It's kind of like a tool. It's not like Feed the Beast where you're making machines and it's actually part of the Let's Play. Okay, they are there. It's definitely there. It looks like I'm going to have to move these suckers closer. So once again, I'll be back when I've created another crystal core. Yeah, right, we are back, and I am in my house. The nodes have combined. Let's just bring her on in. You may think, hey, that's a bad idea. The wisps are going to spawn in your house. Well, at least it'll be a little easier to to get in this confined space than outside. That's for sure. In theory, it's actually right above the house. I moved it a couple times. Figured save y'all the the boredom of watching me move it like 100 different times. So yeah, new series upon us. I'm actually looking forward to it. It'll be, part of my favorite part of every Minecraft experience is not the end game, but it's the part working from start to the end game. And I've already long since passed the end game in this world. And like I said, since my build is not going to really work out the way I had planned, I don't feel there's really a reason to move forward. There's really not much reason, and I just don't. I've learned a lot since I've started. I think I could do much better starting over. Be a little bit more open with our mod choices. Overall, I think it'll be a much better experience for you and for me. I'll pace myself a lot better, that's for sure. So let me know your thoughts, your ideas. Just keep it coming. It's a very big thing. Once all the mods are updated 1.5, we're gonna get going on it. We're gonna drop the ball, and we're gonna get the ball and go running with it. So definitely need to. It's about to pop through the roof. You can see it. It's about to break through. I can hear a wisp. Wisp's outside. Hopefully, I don't regret bringing it inside too much, but this world is not. One thing I wanted to talk to you about before we stop this episode is, would you all be interested in a world download? Now, I know you're thinking, oh, this is modded. How is that going to work? Well, what I would do is basically I'd include my save for this world and like a folder also with all the mods, the core folder mods, and everything else that you will need included in the download zip. So basically, you just have to do your own Minecraft folder and then put the mods that I include where they need to be, and then put your save in the saves, and bam, you'd be good to go. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. Maybe y'all would like to finish this or play around in here and do whatever the hell it is you feel like doing. If not, then I won't. I know I don't have that many watchers yet, but hey, maybe you'd be interested. If not, oh well. Excuse me. Come on, baby, come on. Come to rest in my house. It's comfortable. It's comfortable in here. I ditched my Twilight portal to bring this guy to us. Not really caring. There's nothing left for me to do in the Twilight. Like I said, this world is... Maybe I'll make another Twilight portal before I put the world up for download. But other than... What the hell? Interesting. It's almost there. Almost time. Almost there. So, I hope y'all looking forward to the next series. I know I am. Definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking to trying some new ideas. Now that I know better the flow of Let's Play and how everything rolls, I think it'll go much better next time around. That was my first attempt at a city. Didn't quite go to plan, but now that I have a little bit more experience under my belt, I'll know space constraints and how to space out mods and everything. So I think everything will be good. So, and it's there. Yep. Hiding within our star. I may just leave the star there. I wonder if you could break these and not affect the star at all. Yep. I may just leave the star there. Because it looks kind of neat. I like it. Especially with the node inside of it. It looks pretty cool, actually. It's a pretty cool effect. And the lightning coming around it. Now that would make a cool center of a room there. And of course, eventually it should clear itself out a bit because it is a pure node now. But I ain't gonna sit around and wait for that in this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Like I said, leave me comments, leave me ideas, and we'll come up with something good for the next series. Until then, this is Trekkie. I'll see y'all next time, or if there is a next time. Ooh, now there'll be a next time. I'm just kidding. Enjoy yourselves.